Isabati higaye jitariki 11 mutinyi gatano na kabiri igotore no mogoko ko yarigariye kwa yaboroki wa Kebabe SDA Mixed Secondary School imeyechi studio chaito ondoka ulimojificha mdawa yoyoma twabariganire mwensi abarigereria baitoko bamaiso erio Moses nigwe na matera abo matonontu Yesu wewe tegemeo letu meyo muroberio bue tarumbeta sha chisani nyecha mambe weke isano nemo chamo baso omuroberio korento nera Ivon Muriasi imeya Kisi TV amandegere yumogose Yesu wewe tegemeo letu
Kisi TV amandegere yumugusi
habari za kweli, sauti ya jamii, ujasiri wetu ndani ya skrini, studio mpya, njia mpya, kila kipindi kinue taifa. Kisi TV imechomoza, Kisi TV
magega yuboga chibwe metinye tato ono chistori kieto chekerero chabere tayare ase nyumba ya Twin Towers rirongo rya gatano na gatatu imeyo muchio Kisi
vipindi vipya, nuru ya maarifa,
sangara intwe asomo yega bwogo chiasire chistori chiyemo asiyemo uyora beri tukure juma chitariki 10 mutinyo gatano na kabero mwokoyo ochakerense yemo ya magoroba
kweli, sauti ya jamii, ujasiri wetu ndani ya skrini, studio mpya, njia mpya, kila kipindi kinue taifa.
Aboigo botenenribua Kisi TV imboko erese emiroberi yabe kirwe ebipindi ebiyana komanyekaria bararia bagia abasoire asege Cosgate obune nchereyemo yugo kiniana gotinyo bokorere bwege tueke gechore gia Kisi TV amandegere yomoguse
wa kesho yako. Kisi TV imechomoza, Kisi TV imechomoza, elimu mbele, ndoto zimefika. Kisi TV imechomoza, Kisi TV imechomoza, Kisi TV imechomoza, vipindi vipya, nuru ya maarifa. Kisi TV imechomoza.
Kisi TV amandegere yumugusi
Kisi TV twende pamoja, elimu, burudani, maendeleo.
Asa Maria Tankoro ku Jackson Frederick Olero na agokire sana kwegwa Kisi TV yeito yagurega bono iganga ntogogete na ndi twoigure nge TV ene yeito ntwaba gusi na momanye ngakira twezi pino tole mabwa se TV yeito eyito re very much happy ko yeigwa kiagara bono ko twoibiru ko chiano ko chia to ko chikono ore chine to ko re mechere yendo che karkoro kiria bono bono ene ro mugusi agwereire na ndi tage 10 to batagete to barorega live
kire kora Kisi TV ande ne yeito bono yaje uya ande tokonye amande gereito yomogusi Kisi TV biyere nane tokawate launch Friday Kisi TV amande gere yomogusi
Asa Maria tane nkorokwa wikiri funchumbe iga sera ndo apoti to ya capital gaiga twagokire sana konyora Kisi TV one kero twaro Kisi TV yiga twarire nera abega utokonya una tolega iga bono mwatororire iga tole ne chinguru tolemete tukabwate ronjiri tukoria Friday Kisi TV re yomogusi amandegera amaya yomogusi
Asa Maria Tankoro kutose bototo kondakita ya koke class kisako Kisi Grigori Sirut onde no mogoko kubarigania masabi teita Kisi TV asa ronjira be tare 10 Friday yeye togo chikoronchi station ya Kisi TV asengenje yoko yemento bugansu mwezi Kisi TV amandegere yomugusi Tengoro gwedu nara konduso ba ndeba kondo kama DVD endega se St. Jude asaba ngina matunda chioka cha minto gaiga eke manengelia baguseba minto
tema sana tentu promote station cheto naboniga Kisi TV amandegera yo mugusi no turiga iga aetura egetembekiara sugu uyu uri na mumura amandega na goreki nagi so in station yetu yo mugusi na ntu mwanya getinge togo jivunia ngantu buate station ego charia masirai yeke gusi
tankoro kuja kirini perugo nonde Kisi County asere gankoni chinchugu cyane n'abantu bakoni amatunda twabere no mogoko mone na soko la Kisi TV TV eitenya ya mandegera aito Kisi gaiga nande twatebire mbiya mono ntu na mashabiki to moto inyore asobo shabiki kimagoteba
bakwane byangaki ngeyen Kisi TV amandegerango amandegeramo tonyarigerekera ritu mbiya mono
na yatekire chinga kiechi ime ya Kisi TV.
Emagoroba engia omwanchiwa omurigereria bwegete senieke bwanchete gia Kisi TV buna botambe igo ere okwegena kwanenga igo genderete gotwara oburigereria obuya bwemerubirio yaito yonsi kurugaiga asegete senieke egia Kisi TV kurende bono igo chiaragire chinsa inye chiabono magoroba naende echi nachio chinga kichingi ya chigo chiago kumanyanga kiabereka wateka kurwa chinsemo ao imiyense yaito ya Kenya na kubua mono aiga ase orogongo ruagusi namuna botambe igo abasaki baito bakolire emirimo emiya yoko yasaka koyaboana koyabeka amo erinde nanche ngire ribagirigaria abane kuyaretera ase enchera yoboikerano ngamonaria na kwaringanerie omogoroba orero ne sukuru eria ya igonga kwa numorero ase bono wikera bono iga onde bwensi ataranya na kabaka gusiria obugema bwaye gose gutigirwa chingoma kurende igo hasara enene yanyare kwage konekiwa ase esukuru eyundu chikubaigwa ngaki abarendi kora chinsemecho banyare ko babagukwana igoro yayo nabego monchiwa omurigereria igo ogosaganwa koria kwanyarete ko bakogo korekana aria ase chinsemo chia kembwekero omusabara oria baba bwatani nabo igo abarai balinda mwananchi kwanyarete ko bakogo korekana igo bono Wilkins nyangweso omochokoro yokoria obobunge kurwa chinsemo chiria chiabo basi eso kirina kugikiria ayoko bwatekana numo bwatani oye Vincent Mapinduzi gusiria obogima bwaje nabego moncho murigeria imagoroba ya rero igombwate oroboti rwabene kegima ekerobono abana bagendete kuna gusira se chinchira chobotutu kanu kurwa chinka chiabo aiga ase ense ya Kenya igo umusekyo ito anyareko bakagutarira eyamate eyamo iyo igendete kuna kumurigia omwana oboko bwatekana no koibwa aibire na wikera chinga kiechiga ataramanyikana ase ari nawe gumonchi murigiria igo morai wenso moske gune muruto anyareko bagakobeka kobari chiko omoswada oria o uchumi iri gotia koringa kerikende ngozike ko rua ase ense ya Kenya gotia chinse chia isiko kianyarre ko bage kureta efaida aiga ase ense ya Kenya ayo amona yande amange igo na koborire oikaranse oike ase teka chinke chirebosio obenenche Mourice Seretta erion koretere ase enchera yobo ikirano
aya na yatekire chinga kiechi ime ya Kisi TV.
Karibu sana omwanchiwa omorigereria igongo chaka no roboti rorianga igobono esukuru eria ya igonga igotoka chinsemo chia bomariba ime yebunge ya bonchari ikaunti ne ya Kisi yanyereta ko bakiegwa kwa numuriro omotindi konende wikera bono iga onde bwensi tayo nyare ko baka ko riboti gwa gosiria obugima bwaye gose gotigerwa chinkoma chintindi konende eki keria twanyorren keringa igo hasara enene yanyarire koba gikoribotigwa korwa ase esukuru eyo kobwatekana n'omuriro oyo onyarete koba gokoyaka igo bono obotoki bweme bwanyare koba bogochakigwa erio koenekia ninki kianyarete koba gekwerera omuriro oyo waka esukuru eyo abateneri boburendi kora chinsemekyo igo banyare koba koenekia egekorwa ekyo nakoboria nga obotuki bwachakirwe igo kerayo mukuro chinsemekyo cha igunga anyare koba gakoba omotoreru ekero obotuki obwo bogendererete.
Yeah, my name is Grace Ouma, the Deputy County Commissioner in Kisi South. Yeah, we are here following yesterday's ASOM. There was a dormitory that was partially burned or set on fire, but the students managed to bring the fire down. The fire brigade from Nyamira was also here yesterday, and it is something that was manageable. So the students were able to settle and sleep. And this morning we are meeting here stakeholders because the parents were also interested to see whether their children were hurt or not. We had 7 casualties, 9. All the 9 were brought back. They went to the local dispensary here and they were treated and stable. They are all back in school. We are following on the ASOM. We are waiting. The DCI is on it, and we will soon get if it was electrical fault or it involved maybe a student or if there was an outsider, so that we leave it to the DCI. So we have met the parents, they have come and they insisted on seeing their children. They have seen them and they are assured that they are safe. We have also assured them that all is well with us. We are taking charge. So we have agreed to have an AGM next week on Wednesday so that the parents can also share their grievances, if any. We have already heard from the students and they have all been addressed. Today we are also installing the new principal because there has been a while without a substantive principal, and maybe that is why there was the challenges. So we are sure this is the last time Gonga is planning. We have brought it to an end. So all the stakeholders are here, the board is here, the security team is here, the Director Education and TSC are all present. So out of this, we are very sure we are going to get there. Yeah.
Uskapsio umachua umo ligreria igo bono obo chiburaburu chiria chanyara tokabachi kone kiwa ase echiro ya kiomburi tuko rejuma ekero abarai baria bobomo boko yamiria serikali ensemo iria yalinda mwananchi umusabarobo unyara kubako wakwa amagena oyomo kwerera guchiria obugima bwajekera bange banyara ko bagotigerwa chingoma chintinde kero bagenda tune konyora ukobweniwa ime yechinyagitari au aiga ase orogongo rwa gusi igobono uyo kurigia ekerogo kyobobunge kurwa ase ebunge yabo basi Wilkins Nyangweso uyu umanyekanete ase erieta umochokoro yasokerie kegima na kugikiria egekorwa ekyo ekiagera Vincent Mose uyu orenge nga nere umubwatani oye uri usiretie obugima bwaye igobono uyu manyekanete buna umuchokoro kwa chinsemo cyabo basi anyane ko bagakugikiria agekorwa ekyo nakoboria obotoki bwaime bunyane ko boko irwa eriyo kwanekia na eyamate ya Vincent Mapinduzi yanyare ko bagekonyora obwene bwabo.
I am aspirant for Bobasi constituency, where we lost one of our soldiers, that is Vincent Osiemo, aka Mapinduzi, at Keumbu. And I would like to say that Mapinduzi was 36 years old. He was a charcoal seller and a loving husband to Veronica and Fred, Charles, and Fidel Mochoge. And we extend our deepest condolences to his immediate family and the larger Osiemo family during this painful moment. I personally knew Vincent the last time I was with him at Mosocho, where he had taken some photos. He sometimes assists with the media team, and he was energetic, committed, and passionate about change. It's therefore heartbreaking that while accompanying our team at Kiombo Market, he was reportedly pulled from the media vehicle, attacked with stones, and fatally injured. No Kenyan should ever lose their life because of political differences. We got a postmortem which was done yesterday, and it clearly indicated by the doctor who did that he was hit either by a stone or he was clobbered. We ask all Kenyans to stand with the family in their hour of need, and remember that if political violence is tolerated today, tomorrow it will be any one of us and our loved ones. We strongly condemn the growing culture of goonism and political violence in our country. We call upon security agencies to conduct a swift, thorough, and independent investigation and ensure that everyone responsible is held accountable. We are also concerned about reports and video clips suggesting that stones had been assembled in advance, and that meetings have been held to organize attacks in Keumbu. These allegations must be investigated fully and without interference. To leaders across Kisii County, especially, this is time to reject violence and stop nurturing criminal gangs for political purposes. Democracy must be defended through ideas, not stones. The blood of Vincent Osiemo cries out for justice. Let us honor his memory by standing against violence and protecting the democratic rights of every Kenyan. May the God comfort his family. May God protect our people. May Vincent Osiemo.
Gutigana nayo umwanchi wa umuriria igo serikali wetera ase wizara yekigancha kiaje egendrete kobwatuka chibesa gocha ase chikaunti au ime yense ya Kenya ase chikaunti echo area ya Kisii na wego ya Nyamira igo chigendrete kona kobwatukerwa chibesa echo ire kwenekia amagendro na wego imreberio au ya serikali ime yense ya Kenya ime yechi county echo konende igo obokurumi obonge bwanyere ko baboko enekiwa ase chi county echo ekyobono kerere ekyombekeria yokurania obukurumi imeyense ya Kenya EACC bojaka kurigereria obutumiki bwechibese ekyo ime yechi county au aiga ase ense ya Kenya county ya Kisii ne yabo ase abo bisa kurase county eyo banyara ko babako bekwa biara kubwatekana no botumeki obobe bwechibesa ekyo kurwase ekigancha gia serikali igori tuko ria rero banyara ko babagwikiwa ase obosio bwekegambero kurende kubwatekana no gutatoka kwa abasaidi gose kirori baria nga ebese yo yanyare ko bakego kurumwa butatoka igo banyara ko bako ancherwa bagende na kwendera n'imirimo yabo ya butambe igo bono to gukikonyora orobotero kurase obosebe kigambere kyo ekaro ekina ekemo kyobo kurumi kurwase kegancha ya Kisii County kyanyara ko bagekobekwa ensemo kubwatekana no kuborwa kwa obosaidi boisaine nga ebesa yanyereko wake kurumwa kurase county eyo ya Kisii.
Public versus SG 2022, I find that the prosecution has failed to establish a prima facie case against either the first accused or the second accused. Pursuant to section 210 of the Criminal Procedure Code, I accordingly find that both accused persons have no case to answer and that are hereby acquitted of the charge. The cash bail be released to the depositors as prayed.
Of July 2026, before the Chief Magistrate Court at Kisii, also doubling up as the Anti-Corruption Court at Kisii, before Honorable Chief Magistrate Omwanza Bernard, the case that was before the court against Mbaka, the former acting clerk to the Kisii County Assembly, and the former speaker, David Kombo of the Kisii County Assembly, a case under the Anti-Corruption and Economic Crimes Act, Section 46. Abuse of office. The case has been dismissed after the court having a finding that the prosecution did not prove the charge beyond any reasonable doubt. Or staff of the Anti-Corruption Commission who dramatically arrested him or abducted him from Nairobi and drove him overnight from Nairobi, aligning him in court disregarding an earlier order from the same court that Mzee presents himself before the court to take a plea for this matter. It is a victory for the legal team that has religiously and diligently prosecuted this matter. The evidence that was presented did not meet the threshold of convicting or finding Mzee to have a case to answer before a court of law. Trumped up judges, the evidential capacity, the documents that were presented did not link the former Speaker Mzee Kombo, or rather they did not bring him near the scene of the same crime that the anti-corruption alleged.
I want to thank my God. I thank God because the truth has at least been brought up. I want to thank my lawyers. The two lawyers did a wonderful job. They did a wonderful job, but at least bringing it before the court that I have never, and I will not want to commit any crime.
He's one of the most humble people that I know. He's one of the most religious people that I know. Because I have lived with him, I have seen what he does. All this that was happening in court, which was
Oscar wasio umwanjiwa omurigereria ime yense ya Kenya ase amatuko abwangoiga igo abana abake banyarre ko bagusira ase chinchera cyobotutukano naboigo ebyombe aho biria biyokona koboria obwane gose koigerera amagima amwanya abantu igo banyare ko bakona gukurira serikali inyare ko bageko ne kyanganya bikire uburendi boisaine gotia ase abana abake igo bono oroboti rokobwatia rogotia gotone kerianga igo oboibi bwana abake bogendrete imiyense yaito ya Kenya umugano yomo kura chinsemo kira cy'umwana oyomo kura chinsemo kira cyangamwe kunyana ko bakagusira ase chinchira cy'ubututukano goikera ase omukie onairobi kero umwana omubwekaine anyana ko bagakonyorwa ase bono obutuki bogerde kumanyekana nga nere gose tariere bogendrete nekyombekeria kyo gukora obutuki imiyense ya Kenya ya DCI igo abaiburi baye bagendrete kona komorigia na kuburia ogokonywa eriyo konyora omwana obo umusekwito Samson Kibaki bwamangana bunayo asenchera yobwime na batorobote uruo asenchera yoboikerenu.
Wacha niseme kwamba hii ilikuwa kama mchezo na hivyo ndio aliandika. Ilikuwa ujumbe wake wa kwanza kabisa, alisema there is a game that we are going to play soon that will cost you 300,000 but negotiable. My wife akaapa akamuuliza which game? Haku reply. So hiyo reply amereply tarehe 25th usiku saa 5. Ndiye alimwambia now I think you understand the game I was talking about. So na hivyo hizo ndio jumbe tuliweza kuona kuwa hii game alikuwa amesema tunacheza, ndio hiyo sasa imeanza. Sasa hapo kuna message zingine alikuwa anaandika, zingine ni mbaya, mtaweza ziona kwa simu. Zilikuwa mbaya sana, ni za kifo. So walijaribu wawezavyo. Mimi sikukuwa, nilikuwa nyumbani kutafuta mtoto, lakini hawakuona lolote.
No mwaka w'ekiro na 2024 kitariki 2025 Motienyi 12 kero family ya Nyamasege Nyausi yabetege gotiwa no muichano nebirerekere omwana ogerema Nyamasege no mongino ewini mora uyole koro kwa Claudia Biriska Mose abetega koiba kurwenga yabo ime ya magongo mwisho Changamwe kaunti ya Mombasa.
Sijaridhika. Ni kwa nini? Kutoka tarehe 25 wakati walipewa ripoti mpaka saa hii huyo ni mtoto wa mtu, mpaka saa hii ukihesabu na wewe hizi ni zaidi ya wiki 3. Sijapata jibu lolote ambalo at least linakutia moyo ujue kuwa kesho ama kesho kuto utapata mtoto wako. Kila kitu unaambiwa subiri tu, tunafanya uchunguzi. Huu uchunguzi ni gani unafanywa? Wale washukiwa wengine walitajatajwa, nimesikia wamefunguliwa mmoja. Sasa nimeona ni kama itafika hata mahali huyu mshukiwa mwenye ameshikwa waseme kuwa hakuna ushahidi wa kutosha na yeye pia afunguliwe. Mimi mtoto wangu yuko wapi?
Jeremiah no mongino ewini babere bako yahetera makongo no nyamagega yo mukagero abo mwana uyo kobwatwa abugo ikabone getambo kirukende yetarairwa.
Kusema kweli naumiza sana, kwa sababu mtu ambaye alichukua mtoto wangu anamjua, amekiri kinywa chake akasema yeye ndiye alichukua mtoto wangu, lakini sijui mpaka saa hii mbona wanamshikilia, hata hawataki kupeana mtoto wangu, kwa sababu yeye mwenyewe alikiri akasema mimi ndio nilichukua mtoto. Sina grudge na yeye, hatujaikosana, yani hatuna ubaya wowote na yeye, lakini yeye ndiye alichukua mtoto na hataki kumtoa. Sijui
iso mwana Jeremiah Nyamasege nigagotebuna ekiombe kia DCI ngera babwatisi bune family abwasate babuna na indobo korambororo iliyokoene kio omukagero oyo obwatokirwe.
Lakini gintu ndatebe ngeri nga DCI to ya chankamwe nturabwaterana nero bubuye because ibintu babire yani bune family nturabwaterana na barabu mwana na baburite bakabona ande lakini ntulende ngira nabo tugenda tukanya kuli
tebuna nonyera bana siasa mbara mokonya abwasabere gakobalia kolende tarabaikera
igana yuko manyanga nubwata abarayi bose tubwati unaje natemere kuliya basa abarayi bari bagusisana kubalikira abandi ki message bandi kubalikira WhatsApp lakini ndatayokuiranira.
Jeremiah na irali bagelio gosaba serikali koba no mokia kero egento kiabeire eliokonya asobwango.
Serikali nere ngora sana asikokonye egento kia sariki nere ngora sana gosaba nyandiri bari komanyanga mpeni kiumuntu agweterekera atutiri egento kia especially umwana nyandiri bakomanya at least tutanga ngo babarabanga.
Jeremiah namenta kotebuna barobo abune family nyasaye bagotamera
ndikende serikali yiba emaiti bindi binge bune ekuliya abasali bono wigira bono iga ntune family ndubona amasabo kotogenda takobeka mi video tukelimo linya sara anje go sentaro roma
nago ikamono Jeremiah ni abwatogosemere buna nachikonyora omwana oye magega yo mwana wekaino yo gotoka asumo chi Nairobi nabwase kiombekeria DCI kia sekta ya bana Kenya gokorobotuki nabono DNA oyakorwa na machibu ni gakagere gochigosoka ase chikibere chirebosio
egente ketani korasaba omwana tokenere tora tumuka chingora chitu mu family kindi gya kabiri eseriye bwati
ngoripoteri egeteseni ya KCTV kurwensemo ya Bonyakoni ewodi ya Itibo ebunge ya North Mogrango ekaunti ya Nyamira ilietaliane Samson Kebaki.
Gutigana na yumwanji wa omo nigereria oyo no masoko ito Samson Kebaki wa mangana yobotuki ekero oroboti oru ragendrete na chekona gotomania ngai ayo anyarre kobaka goikera boska bosu mwanchu mwegeria igobana togotia gosoa asechire boti chinde korwa asechinsemo ao emergency yaito ya Kenya litukoria rero igomona iwenso moske William Ruto anyana kobaga kobeka omoswada oria o Sovereign Wealth Fund Bill 2026 kobarichiko eri wochia kone kenga kende gionsi keria kurwa ase ense ya Kenya kera soke gochia ase echiro ende ime ye chinse chiria chia maiko ebese yo erachi gotoka ya nyere ko bakegosira imiroberio au ime yense ya Kenya gokwana kurwa ase amagacho a ikulu ya Nairobi ritukoria rero kera kubeka ese yo muswado yo igo anyare ko bakagoteba bunabono igo orachie konya koenne kia amotuko abosyo gochia ase abasaye babono anyarire koba amaya nabo igo emiroberio eria emenene gose infrastructure investment ya nyarire koba kewe kerniwa imeyense ya Kenya ayu nariyo kwaga chabuna bono ebiti byekindege chipara nabo igomangana yekistima imeyense ya Kenya tiango tumwebe nkyumone wenso muske ule muruta kwanirayo ekero arekobeka omuswada oyo o Sovereign Wealth Fund Bill 2026 kobarichiko kurwasa magacho aikulu imambia yarero.
Ladies and gentlemen, a fund entrusted with the wealth of generations must itself be worthy of that trust. That is why this act places governance, transparency, and accountability at its very heart. The Sovereign Wealth Fund will belong not to my administration, but to the Republic of Kenya. It will be managed according to the law, our constitution, and the enduring interests of the Kenyan people. The Act provides for independent professional management, strong parliamentary oversight, and transparent public reporting and robust auditing. Every shilling must be accounted for. Every decision must be guided by prudence. Every investment must be measured by the legacy it leaves for future generations. Ladies and gentlemen, history seldom remembers nations for resources they possessed. It remembers them for the choices they made with those resources. The nations that achieve lasting prosperity share one defining characteristic. They think beyond the present. They plan in decades, not election cycles. They build institutions that endure across administrations and across generations. Permit me to express my appreciation that today Kenya chooses
ukwana kurwa ase amagacho ayo a ikulu imeyomochi onairobi ekero muraibwense umuske William Ruto arekobeka esei umuswada oyo koba richi kurache konekenga uchumi ya Kenya yanyere koba kegoska igoro igobono omo waziri wekigancha gie serikali umuske John Mbadi anyere koba kagotebanga ewizara ya yenechikobeka emerobirio naboigo amachiko ayo arachie konekia ebesa eyo nechie gutumika erio konekia ayo murebwenso umuske William Ruto akwanere na chie konyara koba kagokorekana imeyense ya Kenya anene mono konekia nga obwagachi wemerobirio emenene imeyense ya Kenya gose infrastructure development ya somona we Kenyanda antobu naboigo gosira imerobirio eria yabasae imeyense ya Kenya anyarire koba kago ikirana tingo tomoiwe ngaki omuwaziri yo wekigancha gose esaro ye serikali John Mbadi akwanire gorego chikomeka ange imirobire yo chakonekenga ebese yo netie gutumikwa buya.
So it fits that coming together as a country was critical in the furtherance of much needed economic reforms which have been overly delayed. And I had benefit, Your Excellency, of sharing with both of you on how you too wanted the economy of this country to be steered, including the setting up of the National Infrastructure Fund and even this Sovereign Wealth Fund. You too discussed into detail before we lost the late Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. And I'm happy that the successor in the party, Dr. Oburu Oginga, has equally been a student of that kind of thinking and is helping you steer the two political formations in the same direction. So, Your Excellency, some of the proposals that are in the Sovereign Wealth Fund Bill 2025 are informed by lessons that we have learned and best practices from other countries that have experienced significant economic progress by putting in place economic measures that deliver economic stability, or stabilization and optimization of intergenerational transfers. We studied successful models, just to give assurance to the public, from jurisdictions including Norway, Singapore, which I cannot even forget, Saudi Arabia, Botswana in Africa, Nigeria, Kuwait, Qatar, among others. So, Your Excellency, the fund will address 3 critical imperatives. I don't want to repeat those 3 imperatives. I think we have spoken about them here during the panel discussion. I just want to mention that from a governance perspective, very robust governance framework has been inbuilt into this act to ensure that its operations are fiscally prudent, subject to the Auditor General, Controller of Budget, Cabinet, and the National Assembly oversight, and guided by the National Treasury's financial assessment, thereby by reinforcing transparency and accountability. To conclude, Your Excellency, I submit that this act is more about economic stabilization. It is more about strategic development and intergenerational equity. Again, I know we have many naysayers who have kept lecturing us on the need to have a sovereign wealth fund only when we have budget surpluses. Let me tell them, the best time to start was yesterday. The second best time to start is right now. Making today the critical window to take action. We must not have or drop excuses.
Umwanchi wa umu rigiriria gutigana na yu asiasa ikomono togosoa ase amangana yikisemi anene mono aya aringete aborokiwa bari abono bakorete amatemwa aria yekerasi gya 12 omwaka onyara ko bakoweta igomono rituko ria rero ikiumbikeria gyokobeka ase university kiri barachie gosoma naboigo ikibarachi gosomera kianyara koba gekobwatoka amarieta ayuna ndembarenga barachie koba bagosomera gintuki ase university naboigo ime yekisukuru kiria kyo obobundi umusekwito Michael Augachi noroboti oru asenchera yoboikerano
Rituko ria rero ekiombe keria gia serikali kiogochorana kobobanga aborokiwa konyora mabagasa masomo igoro ase chisukuru chobobundi amune university kimenyekene muna kusips nigo giasokia machiubene abwasa aborokiwa wetene chiribo chimye ibere na 93 banyora amabagayo.
And gentlemen, a total of 293,869 students have been placed to degree, to diploma level 6, to craft certificate level 5, and arts and certificate level 4 programs across tertiary and higher education institutions.
Nonye nabo egati yaborokyo gwetana chiribwa chime ibere ne 52 abo bakorete buyasa matemwa manene yekirasi 12 na konyora libagalia kwa swasi chi university ninga borokyo gwetana chiribwa chime ibere na babere banyora libagasa masomo ye degree.
Out of these 293,869, 202,133 applicants have been placed to degree programs. 202,133 applicants have been placed to degree programs. Out of those who qualified were 270,508.
Aborokiwa wetane chiribwe 30 mbenyonera mabagase bitengo bya diploma ase chiskuru bunachiria chobobwene chimenyekene muna KMTC eskuru elieri chiko enyokene muna Kenya School of Law na eskuru chia obworokia.
28,246 have been placed to KMTC. 500 applicants have been placed to diploma in law, paralegal studies offered at the Kenya School of Law. 765 were placed to Kenya Utalii College, and 875 have been placed in secondary TTC programs.
Gingo ripoti ya KCTV, Eriane Michael Augachi.
Mwanchiwa omu ligiriria emenongo ibere naisano tia butukire igoro ye chinsa inye tia bono magoroba abu na ongo korera aya tekire chinsa inye tia magoroba o rero korene aya amona yana mange gendra kwanyora wetera se mitandao yetu ya kijamii kuna mono wetera chinsemo chiria cha Facebook ase page yetu ya Kisi TV amandegere yomugusi nabaigo wetera chinsemo chiria cha channel yetu ya YouTube Kisi TV amandegere yomugusi tigangire bageriga kwakera mbunya mono sana basekibete butambe ase milimo eminya bagokora yoko yasaka kuyabona kuyabika amo erinde nanche nanyora libageriga ari abaneke gimo kuyeretera ase enchera yoboikerano tariko bakwakera mbunya mono sana aye omwanchiwa omurigeria ase butambe ochora egiteseni ke gya Kisi TV amandegere yomugusi eninde twakomanya ngakiabereka bwateka korwa chinsemo ao meyorogongo rwagusi nabaigo chinsemo chinde imi ya Kenya nabaigo tendi kweba ko bakera mbuya mono sana bali abonsi banyara ko bakwa nekia ngachibi chechi namariogia ya biyagoikera ase enchera yoboikerano Samson Kebaki angwenye Shadrack Patricia Gesairo mbuya mono sana so kwa nekia umwanchu murigeria nanyora chibi chechi asenchera yoboikerano oikare tuko liankio ekero turachie konyorana imeyo moroberio wenyoni ochaka chinsa ikumenebere chia mambia na kuganerie obotuko obotoereru na kuganerie oburigereria obuya iretena ne butambe Mourice Seretta
aya na yatekire chingakiechi imeya Kisi TV Tanga na intwe aso mutandao wetera Instagram amona Twitter @Kisi Television tonyore YouTube na Facebook Kisi TV twakere esimi wetera 0708386041 yanyore onsi ayatekire imeya Kisi TV amandegere yomugusi
Yote inajua Kisi TV ni ya kwanza habari